For those new to my channel, welcome. So, what is popping, gang? So, just gonna do a little tarot read, not tarot, little reading, to see what's popping and what guidance can be given to the collective during this time. I know we have, I think it's a full moon or new moon coming up in the next few days. So the energy may be feeling a bit, I don't know, all over the place at the moment. But yeah, I'll pull some cards to see what guidance can be given. I'm using the Soul's Journey deck. So it's going to be like some lessons you may be currently going through during this time. Remember, it's going to be a general reading, so only take what resonates for you. And remember, it's going to be a timeless reading, so when you come across this video, it's also for you. Alright, so let's see what's popping. The first card that come out is happiness, right? I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So during this time, right, of my journey or your journey, you should be prioritizing your happiness and peace, right? And make sure, like, obviously you can make some exceptions, right? But the main priority is your peace and happiness, right? You don't want to be, like I was saying before, you want to make sure your cup is filled and then you can share the overflow, right? You don't want to be giving out to everybody else and then you're left with your cup empty, right? So yeah, you want to prioritize your happiness. Whatever makes you happy, you do that, right? Obviously, you can make some exceptions or whatever. You don't want to have too firm boundaries, right, where you're being rigid. You want to be like kind of flexible, but know that when's enough and where to draw the line, right? Because you may be more giving in nature, and then some people are more taking, and some people, the takers, will just take. Hello, butterfly. Yes, I see you. White butterflies may be significant to you guys. Yeah. Some of you may have dolphins may be significant to you. You may be wearing a dolphin t-shirt, or you may like dolphins. But yeah, your happiness shows that you're on the right path. If you're not happy with what you're doing, it means you are doing something wrong. The happiness, it's not a goal, right? Obviously, you have ups and downs, right? And people think, oh yeah, you've got to be happy constantly. That's an illusion, because happiness is like, it's an emotion, and emotions come and go like waves. That's why they call it like currency wave, right? But yeah, so happiness is the main goal, but you can't always stay happy, right? You can do things that to be at peace. Peace and happiness is very different. So you can be at peace constantly, not getting like drawn into the chaos and things going on around you, but happiness, it comes and goes. So if you're like having a happy time at the moment, like, enjoy it and be grateful for it, because it comes and goes. And if you're having not so happy time, kind of not appreciate it, but do things to prioritize self-care. If you're feeling at a low point, prioritize self-care, right? And reach out to people, journal, counseling and stuff like that, right? But what I've realized on my journey is the lows, you know, being like down and out, you appreciate the highs, if that makes sense, a lot more. So my journey is very colourful, but not the colourful gang, but we're just saying it's been very colourful. Yeah. So yeah, because I've had low lows, I've had really highs, right? But I've had more downs than ups, right? But when I do get the ups, it's like, oh, I appreciate this. This is why I had the lows, if that makes sense. It starts to make sense to me anyway. So yeah, you want to prioritize your happiness. Happiness is key. Some of you may need to work on the heart chakra, maybe forgiving. Some of you may want to do some solar plexus work, because it's yellow, happiness, joy, bliss. Green, forgiveness, acceptance, heart chakra. So what else is popping? Oh yeah, if you guys are watching the video, please like the video, because it helps the algorithm, because this algorithm crap is just annoying as hell. Next card is surrender. I can release my need to control. So there's a situation that you need to surrender to, right? That is out of your hands. As long as you've tried your best and give it your all in a certain situation, you need to let go and let the universe do the rest. And things will unfold as they're meant to. And just remember, you can't control everything, and you cannot change people, right? You can suggest, you can give them insight, wisdom, you can signpost people, but you cannot change somebody, right? Some of you may have like OCD, or yeah, I would say OCD. OCD's come to mind. Like the OCDs, or like to be in control, stems from not having control as a child. So if you start reconnecting with your inner child and giving your child like empowerment to feel in control, you will stop. I'm not a doctor, but your symptoms for OCD and having control will lessen once you start reconnecting with your inner child. Yeah, can you guys like the video? And you don't have to share, but like, can you like the video and subscribe if you're new, man? You may learn some stuff. I'm not promoting my thing like that because, oh yeah, like, share, subscribe. No, I'm not in that. The message will reach who it's meant to reach, but if you're watching the video, something's resonating with it. So if it's resonating with you, it may resonate with one of your friends or family members or partner, because we're in this collectively. We're all in this together, but like who I'm reaching, we're in this, our little pocket of the consciousness, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, moving on. The next card is freedom. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. So once again, this is happiness. Something is keeping you stuck in a situation that is stopping you from being happy. Maybe a job, relationship, even family situation. Just because they're family does not mean you have to, what's the word? Tolerate certain behaviors, right? With certain family members, sometimes you have to set boundaries, create space, or sometimes you even have to cut them off, because if the message is not being received, then it is just a waste of time. And what are we doing here, right? So freedom is like your priority right now. You're feeling tired or chained to a situation that no longer serves you. You may have outgrown a relationship. You grow, like the universe is constantly changing. We're constantly changing, right? And relationships should grow and change. If the relationship's staying the same, then it's not growing and it's kind of dying in a way, right? You should be expansive, not contracting, right? In a relationship or just in general, you should be expanding, not contracting. Like our consciousness vibration is expanding, not contracting, right? And then there's entities out there that are trying to put certain things in place to stop it from expanding, but that's when the expansion is already here. The energy is already gone past the boundaries that they're trying to set, if that makes sense. Not going to go too deep into that. That might be a Crazy Matrix Talk video. Yeah, you guys can check out my Crazy Matrix Talk videos as well. So yeah, freedom. You need to set yourself free from a situation, and maybe you need to be more free. You know, let your hair down, do something spontaneous. You know, not be like be free. You're like, oh, it's also said freedom is your birthright. Yeah, so not just the work relationship stuff. Freedom is your birthright. You don't have to do anything without wanting to do it. You have a choice. You always have a choice. We all have a choice, right? Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You're saying you can't, just to let you guys know. Anyway, so you need to free yourself from a situation. Some of you may need to speak your truth and speak up in the situation which is holding you back. So maybe communicating with a partner, communicating with your boss, saying this job sucks, or communicating, I don't know, with family members, setting boundaries, like you lot are taking the piss. This is what I believe in, and this is what I will tolerate, and this is what I will not tolerate, right? The next card is denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So some of you are denying some of you may be denying yourselves, right? This is what you should definitely not do, because not definitely not do, it's your journey, but don't deny parts of yourself. You need to accept your whole self. Yeah, it's not about saying, oh, I don't like. The parts of the parts of yourself that you don't like, they're the parts that need love the most. So you need to pay the most attention to them parts, right? But stop denying yourself, if that makes sense. What the hell is that Q&A sticker? I don't know what that. Let's try it. What the hell is that? Oh no, we're not doing that. Anyway, so denial. Some of you may be lying or denying that you're in a situation, or just lying to yourself. I don't know, about a relationship. Oh yeah, no, the person will change. Oh, my boss ain't that bad, and this and that. You're lying to yourself, and that's denial, right? See it for what it clearly is. We're in the awakening. Everything is coming to light. So people can't hide their true colors no more, right? It's coming out. So if you're in a relationship and it's not working, it's going to be in your face, and it's going to be more, what's the word, more profound. Like, you won't be able to tolerate certain things, and certain people are just going to stop resonating with you, people, places and things, because your vibration and energy is going up. You're going to start, people are going to start either vibrating in your life or vibrating out of your life, right? I've had so many people vibrating out of my life, but it's weird because I've been meeting complete strangers, and I could have a conversation with them and it's like I've known them for years, the last couple of weeks, which is great. So some of you may need to connect more, like, not connect, network, that's the word, network more. This is why not good. Like, social media is good, like you can add people on social media, but it's not too intimate, like giving them your phone number, if that makes sense, right? So some of you may need to, I don't know, if you're bumping into someone and you're having a conversation with about a dogs or dog breeds or whatever, I don't know, say, oh yeah, I got a dog, we can walk our dog together, like, or we can get a coffee, like, take my Instagram. That's what I've been doing. Whether they want to hook up or not, you're connecting, you're networking, right? For me, I do photography, so I like photography, and I speak to bare people about photography when I'm out on my travels, and then it's like, yeah, oh, you do photography? All right, cool, man. Let me take your Insta. I'll check out your stuff. Check out my stuff. Blah blah blah. If you want to go for a photography walk, we can do that. Like, we can arrange something, whatever. Like, just go with the flow. But yes, don't be in denial. Some of you are denying something, man. And the fear, there's only two real, like, emotions in the universe. That's love and fear. Fear is all ego based, love is all soul. And all soul. Hey, how you doing? Yes, all soul. And it's okay to be scared, but you just can't stay in the fear, right? So as they say, just take one step forward. That's all you need to take. You don't need to be making mad decisions and trying to change, like, the whole country or whatever. Just do them little steps, them little changes, man. Or yeah, some of you maybe be in denial about, I don't know, a substance, like drinking too much or smoking too much, having, I don't know, meaningless one night stands or whatever. I don't know, whatever floats your boat, man. Not judging, each to their own. We're all here to experience, right? But if you are a bit reckless with your sexual energy, which is fine, just be mindful of it, because your sexual energy is your powerhouse, right? And for the spiritual people out there, be very mindful of your sexual energy, because other entities and beings are aware of this, and that's how they will suck you dry. Like, them incubus and succubus's energies, they're real. Like, yeah, they're real. Them incubuses and succubuses, yeah, they'll give you the best good you've had in your life, yeah, just to keep you there. So you're not growing and expanding. You're just getting, yeah. Anyway, moving on, gang. moving on. All right. Next one. Discipline. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to do. So some of you may need to do some work on the solar plexus, self-empowerment. This is what I've been doing the last 2 months, actually, working on the solar plexus. That's what I think, someone told me this and it's starting to make sense. That's why they call it soul, because your soul resides in your solar plexus, right? Once you empower yourself, like from the solar plexus, confidence, self-esteem, willpower, you're basically a unit on your own. You're untouchable, you have boundaries, you know what you will and won't take, because you're empowering yourself, right? Like I was saying in my other videos, like a couple of videos ago, about when you're praying, you should pray to yourself, because the religion has got people praying externally. We are God, we are the universe experiencing itself, right? God is within, not without, right? So when you're praying, you want to pray to yourself, right? You don't want to be turning your power externally. And we're in the time where you want to be doing things that are empowering yourself, right? I don't know, setting boundaries, speaking your truth, knowing what you will and won't tolerate, knowing your limits. Knowing your limits is important. Rest as well. You ain't got to keep martyring on. Know the balance. There's work and play. Yeah, you can't keep just going, or you burn yourself. Well, this is what's happening in society, right? Everyone's on this rat race trying to get places and da 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 da, and then they're burnt out. And when you're burnt out, you ain't no use to nobody, right? Anyway, so yeah, about discipline. You can achieve whatever you put your mind to do. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and then that will manifest. Whether it's good or bad, the universe doesn't know about. There is no good or bad. It's just your attachment to the good or bad, which it is. It just is. Yeah. You want to try what I've been doing. It's trying to come from a neutral place, right? So there is no good or bad. Oh, it's just an experience. Oh, that didn't work out. Okay, what's the lesson behind this? Okay, this is a joyful experience. Let me cherish this moment, basically, right? So yeah, discipline. You maybe work on discipline. Try and work on the solar plexus, like I said before. You may want to get some yellow crystals or wear yellow. Will help stimulate that chakra. With the discipline, so some of you may need to be more disciplined on, I don't know, spending time in nature, going to the gym, I don't know, eating better, reading. I don't know. There's so many things that you need to be more like semen retention for guys. Like that. Even guys and girls can practice retention. It's not just a one-way thing. Even though women orgasm different than men, you're still retaining. But it's more important for women to do that because women receive energy. Men are givers of energy and the women are the receivers. So it may be beneficial for some of you women out there to do some womb healing. Because if you're just, I don't know, not, hear me out. The more sexual partners you have, the more energy you are storing as a woman. Yeah? So, and the more, you know, sexual energy is a transference of energy. It's a transference of information, right? So if you're, I don't know, all happy and joyful and you're seeing going out with someone who's a bit wild and reckless, right? After a while, you will start becoming that. You start looking like them and everything, and you start taking on them behaviors. Like, you know, start getting mad and vexed. And you're usually a calm person, but they're usually mad and vexed, and you're absorbing that. So be very important for you, some of you women out there, to do some womb healing. I think it's more of the sacral chakra, I would say. I think it's more the sacral for the women, well, women and men anyway. But yeah, the womb is like the portal to give life, innit? So you need to kind of, don't need to do anything, whatever. I'm just throwing stuff out there, what's coming anyway. But yeah, womb healing is what's coming to mind, and discipline. Yeah. Okay, for guys out there that's practicing semen retention, even if you do relapse, get back on the horse the next day. It's all right. Like, or not it don't have to be the next day or whatever, but get back on the horse. Don't, oh yeah, I've relapsed. Oh yeah, might as well just pack it in or whatever. Dude, it's all right. Smoking, drinking, masturbation, whatever. If you relapse, you learn through the relapses. It's a part of the journey. Trial and error, you know? The next card is blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah, so you cannot be blaming anyone else for your. You can't be blaming anyone else for your situations, right? Because it was your actions who got you there. Some things are out of our hand. Some situations, cool, but you cannot be blaming other people, because blame is turning your power. You're turning your power away, so you're powerless. You want to empower yourself. Okay, yeah, I fucked up. I need to make changes. I need to take accountability and be responsible. Yeah, you hear me? Hear what I say. But yeah, you can't be blaming other people. And it's cool to go through a little stage of blaming people. Oh yeah, they done this. My upbringing was shit. I come from a single parent household. Yeah, listen, man's been there, innit? But you still got to take responsibility. Be like, no, okay, that's their journey or whatever. Them things did happen, but that's had an impact on character development. But I'm not blaming them. I'm going to use that to empower myself, if that makes sense, right? Stay with me, gang. All right. So be responsible, yeah? If you mess up, own that, right? Take accountability. I messed up. All right, cool. And then take steps to to then change it. Don't just keep doing the same thing, because then you're not learning, and a lesson will keep repeating until the lesson has been learned, right? So some of you need to, well, I don't know, I think there's like there's 7 planets in a line at the moment. So I think and we're in retrograde, so it's going to be having a deep impact on certain people. Things are going to be coming up, right? And people can't hide from their wrongdoing, their wrongs no more. Yeah, like them people that have been suppressing or trying to run from their problems, they're coming up, and you have to face. Well, you don't have to face them. You can keep running from them, but it's only as the ascension continues. It's just going to get worse, harder and harder and harder if you're not facing your demons, right? So the sooner you face the demons and sit with them, feeling is healing, right? Once you sit with them, then and learn what you need to learn from them, then you'll proceed and level up to the next level, right? But for some of the collective, they're going to be resisting and fighting, yeah, and it's just going to get harder and harder and harder for them, because they don't want to see. Some people are incapable of seeing themselves, right, or seeing their wrongdoings, which is fine. But if they're like that, then you cannot help them. You cannot help them. It's just it's a waste. You're wasting your energy trying to help somebody else who don't really want to be helped in a way. Yes, so if someone wants help, offer assistance or some insight or wisdom, but you cannot change people, like I said previously. So yeah, do what you can, but it's not your job to save people. Yeah, we've gone through that stage, trying to be the wounded healer, trying to help everyone else, and then leaving our cup empty, right? That time is done. We're at the stage where we need to empower ourselves, speak our truth, come from our center, and then we can share the overflow, because we're being of service better, because we are full, should we say. Let's see what else is. I didn't even bring it. Yeah, it was was I planning? No, I wasn't planning. I went to meet a friend and I brought the cards with me, but I didn't bring sage and incense and stuff. So you guys are just gonna have to just bear with me, or just whatever we move anyway. But I like to just cleanse the energy anyway. But the next card is friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So that's what I'm saying about the networking, right? The only way you can kind of connect and you don't have to meet new people, is by being open. If you're not open to receive or open to making new friends, then that's not going to happen, right? So you've got to be open-minded, yeah? And it's really good to try and be open-minded during this time as well, because I'll give you this little thing. The more open-minded you are, the more easier you're going to flow through whatever is taking place on earth, right? The less closed-minded you are, the more you're going to be suffering somewhat. And then I watched this Instagram post actually, and it was like the cross, yeah, is actually a box. Like if you see the cross, like the Christian cross, if you draw a cross on paper and then fold it in, it's actually a box, yeah? And that's what religion is to keep you in a box, to not make you think outside the box. Where spirituality, we're outside the box, if that makes sense, and we're experiencing and finding out ourselves, where religion is you being told something and you having to believe it without experiencing it. Like if you do this, you're going to hell. What? How do you know? Have you been to hell? To tell the story, what it's like? Or is it just some words on a bit of paper that you're telling me? That if I eat pork, I'm sinning and I'm going to hell. No, I'm not cussing the Muslims or whatever. I eat bacon now and again, but it's the shit meat, so I tend to stay away from it. Like I'm saying, there's good teachings in every sacred book, but they've been so manipulated over the years that it's basically, yeah, whatever. But it's keeping you in the box. So the more open-minded you can be during this ascension, the more you're going to go with the flow and go with the ups and the downs. It's a wave, yeah? And you're going to be riding the wave more smoother. Like if you're less open-minded, yeah, quite closed off, you're going to be somewhat struggling and suffering, because you won't be able to, you're going against what's coming in. And not everyone, but intuition is heightening during this time. So even if you are religious, some things are going to stop resonating with you anyway. Yeah, like this is one thing that I don't understand, right? for the religious people, Christians, Muslims, whatever, if you didn't have your religion there, would you still have that kind of same? All right, that's maybe I'm wording it wrong. Say for instance, going to the mosque or church, the people in there, they're just because you worship the same religion, doesn't mean that they're your friends. Yeah, you can have the same beliefs as someone, but it doesn't mean that they're your friend. Yeah, just throwing that out there for some people. Um, Anyway, yeah, friends are in your life for a reason, and some friendships come and go, and some stay. But then I got friends that I don't see for years, and then I can see them, and then we can just kick it back off, like, as soon as we see each other. Yeah, 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 it's calm. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Um, I'll just throw this out there. Fuck it, why not? Some of you may find more of your soul tribe from going to like a 12-step meeting. So whether it's Narcotics Anonymous, AA, I've been going to ACA, Adult Children of Dysfunctional Families, and I've met some cool people there, man. I even went to a NA meeting, Narcotics Anonymous, because I was trying to stop smoking cigarettes, right? And tobacco is actually a drug, so I was like, oh, let me go. But I'm in the meeting, and I'm feeling so out of place because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here for nicotine, yeah. And these people are like talking about crack and that. Even everyone's on their own journey. That's the thing I like about their meetings, yeah, because everyone's in there for different reasons, but we're all trying to be better, or we're all trying to get like I don't know, stop something, and just at different levels, but we're all trying to do the same thing, which is great. And you want to be around like-minded people. You need like this is one thing I noticed that I'll share. Your tribe is out there. You have to go and find them. Because like on my travels, I bumped into so many people the last month, and it's like, oh, my people are out here. So that's what I was talking about social media, about networking and getting Instagrams and names and stuff. Because your people are out there. Your people are there. It's about finding them, but you need to look in the right places. Like I was saying about going to an ACA meeting or an NA meeting, you'll see your people, because most people that have like addictions, they're either neurodiverse or had a lot of trauma, right? Or had a dysfunctional upbringing, which most of us had, right? That's why I go to the ACA one, because I grew up dysfunctional, and it's like, but there are other people that grew up in the same dysfunction, not the same dysfunction, but can relate. So going to an ACA meeting for me, it's like, oh, okay, everyone, I don't know, there can be, depending on what meeting you go to. Also, the ACA meetings and AA meetings and 12 steps, they're all online. So if you can't get into an in-person meeting, you can go to an online meeting. But I like the contact, like, just, I don't know, I'm human, somewhat human, alien, playing as a human, yeah. But I like the to be in, like, I don't know, the computer. It's a good portal. Like, this is a portal, right? Which is great, but it's stopping that interaction. I don't know, you being in my vicinity, my aura, you're gonna start picking up my energy, and we'll start communicating non-verbally, innit? And that's one reason why in 2020 they was telling people to keep the 6 feet, because your aura is about 6 feet, right? The more work that you're doing, the more healing you're doing, your aura is more bigger, right? I don't know, Jesus, I was walking down the road the other day, and I walked on the road, and there was no one on the road, and I was like, good God, my aura is massive. It took up like the whole road, and I was like, whoa. This is why I don't go to supermarkets, because I'm mingling, people's energies bumping into my, yeah, I'm not all about that. So yeah, some of you may be hearing back from some old friends, or some of you's trying to rebuild friendships and stuff. Um, But yeah, every friend is in your life for a reason, and that's how you grow through relationships. Yeah, can be, and that's the thing. Most good relationships, yeah, they grow from like that turn into relationships. They grow from being friends, right? It's only when we start labeling it and putting pressure on, that's when it starts going to shit. But if you start off as friends, you start getting to know the person, then it can start progressing or whatever. But in this day and age, we're in this hookup culture, and it's like, for me, I was born in the 90s, yeah, like, but watching like 80s stuff. So it's like, okay, this is how love should be, and listening to R&B and TLC and all this thing there, yeah. Um, so looking for that 80s, 90s love in 2026 is a bit mad, because they it's not don't exist, but it's like, yeah, everyone's not on that same wavelength. Everyone's on this hookup culture, Tinder and Hinge and all this, and it's like, dude, like everyone is basically entwined with each other in a way. Like, if that energy wise, should we say, is like on that hookup culture. It's like how many like, people are just catching bodies, like, and it's like, that's not my thing, man. It's all right to enjoy yourself, go have fun, but what, like, if you're going out there like every other weekend and this and that, trying to catch a body and that, it's like, dude, you got to look a bit more deeper. There's more stuff going on. Like, where are you lacking? Why do you feel you need attention like that? Or and for the guys, like the guys that got like got bodies, why, like, what's going on? Like, oh, I did actually listen to something. Guys that got bare bodies, yeah, it's good for guys to have experience, but there's no need to be just out there slaying it, yeah, because obviously guys need to be experienced. It's good to have experience, right? Yeah. You don't want to meet someone like, oh yeah, I really like you, and then it comes. There's nothing wrong with like not being experienced in the bedroom, but like, yeah. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yeah, this whole hookup culture thing. Yeah, everyone's energy is entangled and enmeshed. And like I said before about women storing energy, yeah, men are giving it. And men, your seed is your life force energy. So when you're out there just splashing it around with anyone, your battery is empty, fam. So if you want to do that, oh yeah, I slept with like 100 people and that. Okay, that's cool. If you think that gives you, that's cool for your ego, that's cool. But your battery is empty, fam, right? And you got like, for me anyway, I'm getting to this point. Is it even worth my energy? Given like, is it even, if this relationship even worth me like getting entangled? Not entangled, but yeah, we're not good. Yeah, whatever. Just be mindful of your sexual energy. But friends in your life for a reason, right? And that's the only way you grow is through relationships. Like, for some people, this is one, I was been talking to a few people about this. Like, in like, not judging, each their own, not judging or whatever, but uh, like Muslims, right? Not picking out anyone, but in most religions, right? Even Christianity, but Muslims, for everything is separate. You have the men doing this and the women doing that. Men can go to this and women can do to that. Why ain't you doing things together? You know, man need man. Sorry, man. Blood clot. Man need woman and woman need man. Yeah. So why is everything separated? Yeah. Or you're only coming together for certain things, and it's like, I don't understand that. When you need the masculine and feminine to then produce next life, right? But why is everything all separated? I don't understand. I don't understand that. And especially in Muslims anyway, and most of religions actually, but the Islam's at the top at the moment. For it's just come to mind, and I'm just speaking what's come to mind. It's like, why is woman less than man? When women give life, yeah, so they would be closer to God than a man is. And women are actually meant to lead or rule. Men are just the muscle. Every great ruler had a woman by his side. So why is woman less than man? And in Christianity, they have the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Where's the gyal them at? This is why I wear the ankh here, because it celebrates masculine and feminine energy, man and woman. And like Hinduism, they celebrate man and woman, Shiva, Shakti, right? Why is there in other religions there's only man? Yeah, you need man and woman to then procreate, not just, oh yeah, if you do this you're sinning, and if you don't do this you should forgive because Jesus would wait, what? Like, what is going on here, bruv? Yeah, anyway, moving on. But that's the only reason the only way you grow is through relationships, right? Whether it's friendships, relationships are so important for you to grow on a spiritual level. Yeah. because they show you stuff about yourself, right? And it's deeper than a boss. Like your boss can tell you certain things, right? But a woman or a man can tell you certain things about yourself that then you have to look at yourself. And if you're incapable of looking at yourself, then that relationship probably ain't gonna last. But if you're gonna look at yourself, then you can grow and evolve, right? And you can only do that on a deep level through being in a relationship with someone who's mature. And this is one thing I don't understand as well, because there's a lot of men that like to go for younger women because they can, is it not manipulate, it's like brainwash. Because they haven't had much life experience, they don't know much. But when that's why you see them men, they tend to avoid older relationships because the older people are going to tell them about themselves. And if you're going with someone who's 10 years younger, they ain't going to be able to tell you much. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Yeah. So friendships are in your life for a reason. So yeah, just like friendships grow and evolve and change, you know. Relationships grow and evolve and change. Some drift in your life, some drift out of your life. Sometimes you won't see friends for years, and then you will see them again, you know. Just, yeah. The next card is success. Success, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So, dude, that's you want to be loving yourself first, right? You want to be making yourself priority. And like I was saying, loving yourself first. Because we've got, like, in this hookup culture time that we're in, everyone's wanting to be loved, right? But they're not loving themselves. So they're going out looking externally for love, but not loving themselves. So how can you expect someone else to love you if you don't love yourself? Or not even trying to love yourself. Yeah. So that don't make sense. So you're just like, oh yeah. But then they're getting with someone and it's like, oh yeah, what's the word? They love a certain aspect of them. And then when it's been a while, they actually find out they dislike the person. Or some people not, I don't know, this is coming to mind. Some people are not getting the lesson. Or that's it. Some people are not getting the lesson. And the lesson will keep repeating until the lesson is learned, right? So if you're, oh, friends out there, if your type is tall, dark and handsome, yeah, and they've all been shit, right? Somewhat shit. What you may want to look at what you're attracting. Yeah. Or what you're like, start questioning yourself, okay. Because that in society, that's, oh yeah, tall, dark and handsome. Yeah, this has been going on for a few years now. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. So everyone's going for this tall, dark and handsome. The external, so they get the tall, dark and handsome, but what's going on inside? Not much. Not much is going on inside. Or they get the tall, dark and handsome, yeah? And then they find out that they're a narcissist or something. It's not funny because they're true stories, yeah? And they're like, yeah, be mindful of your energy, right? But you have to start questioning things, you know? Try dating outside of your type. Try dating outside of your culture, you know? Be open-minded. This is what I'm saying. You've got a lot of people that's closed-minded. Oh, I'm only going to date in my culture, I don't know, or I'm not going to branch out and this and that. And it's like, okay. But I can tell you this for a fact, the most beautiful kids, yeah, have been from is that the right word? Interracial couples, I don't know. You see, like, I don't know, a Filipino and a black person, the kid comes out looking mad, fam. Not mad, but like, not in a bad way. Look, the hair will be long and curly. Like, it's like, what do you mean? Like, it's different, innit? And it's like, whatever, innit? But yeah, success. Your greatest goal is to love. So try to come from loving eyes always. It's not easy. It's not easy. But yeah, you want to be coming from a loving place, you know? And forgive. So you're not holding resentment and mad and vex about things that no longer serve you or whatever, or past situations. But success, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. The more where your attention goes, energy flows. So the more you're putting energy into something, it will manifest, right? Whether it's good or bad, that's up to you. And Try writing out what do you want to be successful at, because success is different to everyone. Some people may want a car, house, wife, kids and stuff. Me, I want a nice cottage in the woods or something, a bit of land and some chickens. Do you know what I'm saying? So success is different to everyone. So if I get a bit of land and some chickens and a goat or something, that's successful to me. Yeah. Some people may want the house, car, and all this, and that's success to them. You know, everyone's success is different, but don't compare your success to other people's, because that's where the lines are getting blurred. Because that might be their journey and it's not your journey. And if you're trying to get what they've got, because you like that, but that's not your journey, you're gonna have a hard time getting that, or you will go through a lot more lessons trying to achieve that, because that's not your journey. You may have been, your sole path may be to be a musician or something, you know. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. And then the last card is indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So once again, this is your solar plexus, or your sacral chakra, your intuition. Your intuition will tell you stuff before the mind even knows or can process. Like the intuition is instant. It's a gut feeling. You feel it, yeah, and then your mind catches up. So try to start taking deep breaths and grounding and being present in situations. Like your body is always trying to give you signs and messages. You need to tune in and listen, because it's always sending you signs. But it's up for you to listen and tune in. And see how it sits with you, see how it feels with you. Like, make a decision, should I go here or should I buy this? And sit with it. Yeah, I'm impulsive, right? So, but like, I'm learning to kind of slow down a bit more. Like, patience is the key. It's tattooed on my hand, right? So I'm learning patience, but I'm still impatient, right? And impulsive. But I've been learning to, if it's certain things like, oh, do I need this right now? I'll kind of like, take a few deep breaths, kind of wait, see how I'm feeling. If it's feeling good, then I'll move with it. If it's not feeling good, then I'll wait. But you want to start using your intuition more in life, because your intuition will never guide you wrong. Your intuition is your compass for this 3D realm. Yeah. So when you're around people, places, and things, you should be able to tap into how you're feeling. Yeah. Is being around this person? How do you feel around this person? Do you feel on edge? Do you feel like you're in survival mode? Do you feel that you can't speak? What I started noticing is, if I'm around people, because I'm a quite talkative person, right? But I didn't clock this before. If I'm around certain people or certain situations, I won't speak. It's like I go mute and I'm just observing and I'm just taking in. But when I'm around the right people, Jesus, I can chat for days and we can talk about the universe to the smallest atom. Yeah, they're my people. They're my people. So I've only started realizing this. It's like, oh, okay, my intuition just shuts, like I don't know, not my energy kind of shuts down, but it's just like it's not the time to speak. You just got to observe and listen. And that's one thing that I'll throw out there. Listen more. Stop talking. You learn more from listening than talking. You learn more from talking. But some of you may be feeling indecisive about situations at the moment. What you want to do career-wise, where you want to go, what you want to do. You may even be indecisive of yourself, or some of you may be having an ego death. Or a dark night of the soul, where you kind of, everything's kind of crumbling around you. You don't know who you are anymore, and that's a good starting point. That is telling you that's bringing you like to ground zero, to then rebuild, to find out who you are. Because like I was saying before, the dark night of the soul and the rock bottoms, it helps you build stronger foundations to rebuild on. Like me, I've been building these foundations for a few years now, and it's like these foundations are quite solid. So whatever I build on top of that, if it crumbles down, the foundations is still good. I'm still good, if that makes sense, because I've been doing the work. But everyone's different, each to their own, not judging. Everyone's on different stages in their evolution. We're evolving. Yeah, some of you may be having a dark night of the soul, so it's a time to go inward and question yourself, and breathe. If you're going for a dark night of the soul, learn to breathe. Good God, breathe. And for me, at one point in my journey when I was like suicidal and disassociating, when you're in them, like going through rock bottom or going through them tough times, time is very different. Yeah, you can't be thinking about tomorrow or a week in advance. You need to be living it. I'm giving you some cheat codes right now. If you're feeling like down and out, you need to live minute by minute. Yeah, you need to live minute by minute. Like, okay, just get through this minute. Yeah, that's all you could do. That's your goal, just to get through that minute and then get through the next minute and then the next minute. Yeah, don't be thinking, oh yeah, I'm depressed and da 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 da. I've got this to do and that to do. You end up making your situation worse. So just try to live minute by minute. All right, that's all. That's all the insight that needs to be given today. I think that the last bit was the message that needed to. Oh, yeah, I think that last message was the main, not the main message. Yeah, one of the main messages for this reading, for somebody who could relate to that anyway. But yeah, anyway, Gag, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Make sure you guys are taking good care of yourself. Make sure you're cleansing your energy, and just, yeah, just doing the best you can, man. Remember, we're human beings. Yeah, we need to just be. We're not humans doing. You don't need to keep doing. Go out and smell the flowers. That's what I've been doing. Just stopping and just smelling a rose, you know, and observing the rose. Look at the petals. Look at the pollinators. Look at the stem, the leaves. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, be here and now. Try to be as present as possible, because the present is a gift. Yeah. Anyway, gang, peace, love, and light, tribe, and I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon. Namaste.